Hi there! Welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kearra. So we're looking into our cancers for the next 3 months using the Tarot of Light and just seeing what Spirit wants us to know for our cancers placements out there. Oof. Okay, I guess we'll take that too, because the way it came out was just kind of like, obviously, the first card was like really trying to decide, so we have Death and the Hermit. Ooh, we had 3 of Swords underneath that. Oh my gosh, and 7 of Swords. Um, so you could have been really deceived by someone or betrayed by someone that you really trusted. Someone could have like appeared to be like a bunny, or right, like appeared to be a friend, to be someone you could confide in, someone that you could trust, and they were actually taking everything you were giving them and kind of like absorbing it. To use against you, or for their own intentions in some way. It's like they were actually like a snake, and they were appearing to be like this soft, innocent, cute little bunny. So it actually caused a lot of turmoil around you, or like you may have had to remove yourself from a certain environment that you were in as a result of this, because then it's like with the volcanoes, it created all of this emotional disrupt or all of this chaos around you. So it's like you had to isolate yourself or move away from this in order to protect yourself. But yeah, someone who appeared one way and they actually had ulterior intentions. They appeared to be your friend, to be someone sweet, someone you could confide in, open up to, and trust. Like they appeared to be this soft, kind, sweet, cute, innocent person, and they were actually a snake, right? They actually had ulterior motives. They were actually taking everything you were saying and digesting it. Um, like transmuting it into some other part of themselves where their true selves was hidden, and their true like motives and like yeah, who they really are without like the mask, or like the fakeness that they operate from behind. um so then they actually took everything that you said and like used it against you, or to like turn people against you, or to create some sort of chaos, or to make you feel really unsafe in your environment, and like you had to like leave and get away for a while. So it's like you had to uh charge forward and move forward in order to protect yourself here. So then that brings us to the hermit. It's like you were in this isolation period of like really protecting yourself, protecting what you like, what was valuable or special to you, like keeping it concealed, or just keeping everything in your life low key, like not really sharing. It's like now you have this distrust of like opening up or sharing with others like what you have going on or what you're working on or what you have in your life that's really special or valuable or meaningful to you. It's like you don't want to open it up or expose it to people on the outside to be able to see like what you're doing or what you're working on that's really close to your heart or really meaningful or that you think is really special. So it's like you've been keeping it to yourself, like you've maybe been working on something or developing something or um, working on yourself in some way, and you're keeping it to yourself. So that could just be like the more special, vulnerable parts of yourself. It's like now you're not so quick to open up and trust others. Like even if they seem really soft and sweet and kind on the outside, it's like um, you had this like hesitancy to like open up or to let other people see what you have going on, or um, especially if it's like meaningful to you or that you really care about it. It's like you kind of learned that you have to like keep things to yourself in order to keep them safe, or that it's like if other people see the true light of something, then they'll just like want to take it for themselves, or put it out or dim it in some way. So it's like create some chaos around it so that it like the light can't shine, and so it's like you feel like you needed to protect it or keep it safe, keep it like concealed in some way. So now it's like coming out of this or feeling like with this card, I always feel like it's kind of like a scarecrow. So it's like feeling, it's like um, being ready to like put yourself out there and let other people like see you, or like knowing like with the scarecrow, it's like the crows just kind of like take from it. So it's like knowing that other people might just like take from it or not appreciate it in some way, but it's like still wanting to put yourself out there or like let it be seen by others. Or yeah, it's like finally being ready to like be vulnerable to others even if you get hurt again. It's like being ready to kind of come out the other side and be vulnerable again in some way, knowing that like it might not all be perfect, or like everyone might not love what they see, or um yeah, you may have to like go through struggles still, but it's like you have what it takes to overcome or come out the other side, or you have this like resiliency to where you're like ready to expose yourself to others or the public or be vulnerable in some way. So we have the strength card here, and she's like putting her hand in this animal's mouth, like knowing that it's like this vicious beast and could like, so she's actually not, she's just opening its mouth and a flower is coming out of it. Is what I'm seeing now that I'm looking at it again. But the first time I looked at it, I saw this image of like she's putting her hand in its mouth. Um, so what I got from that is like she's found a way to like tame the beast, or it's like even though she knows, or to tame her like fear, or it's like even though she knows that like um this beast could like hurt her or harm her, it's like being willing to like be vulnerable or put yourself out there in some way or do something that's necessary, being strong enough to, it's like in an effort to help someone else. So it's like you know that you could get like hurt again, but putting yourself out there could be kind of like to the greater good or the greater benefit, or to kind of like teach someone else, or to help someone else, or help someone else like clear something, or um, get something, yeah, clear something or get something removed within themselves that like they can't see. So it's like because you're strong enough or brave enough to like be vulnerable and put yourself out there in some way, knowing that you could get hurt, it's gonna like help another person to like release something or let something go that they need release in order to be able to like function properly, or it's like helping to save other people. So like you being brave enough to put yourself out there and be vulnerable again, like helps other people in these like ways that they need to yeah, there could be like people around you that are kind of struggling and they have certain things within themselves that they need help releasing or letting go of. And it's like you know exactly how to help them or to go like within on a deeper level and like help them release it. But it's like by doing this, you open yourself up to be really vulnerable to these same people being able to like then hurt you in some way. But it's like you choose to be really brave and vulnerable and put yourself out there and uh like help the people around you that are like hurting and need help, because like you see this potential that like they could grow, or like how the flowers then growing out of the throat. It's like if you could help them release something they need to release or let go of something that's like blocking them or burdening them, then there's something really beautiful that could grow in its place or grow from that. And so you're willing to like risk what it takes or to be vulnerable to being harmed in some way to help these other people release what they need to release so that they can grow in the ways that they need to. um, We also have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So again, I'm getting it's like you have like an end goal, and so it's like you're being brave enough to put yourself out there and know that like spirit is going to carry you or protect you, um, to help you navigate or get through any sort of chaos. Or it's like you feel safe to like expose yourself or put yourself out there or be vulnerable or take some sort of risk again, because you trust that you know, even if there are people with ulterior motives or even if there are people that do like these crazy things around you, it's like you know that spirit is going to help carry you or like help guide you out of this. Because like last time when all of this happened, like even though you got really screwed over, you got really hurt or betrayed in some way, and it created all this unrest in your environment around you, it's like spirit was able to help carry you or like navigate you or give you the like wisdom that you needed to know how to navigate yourself out of the situation and keep yourself really safe. And so now it's like you have this newfound confidence in yourself or this newfound trust that you do have what it takes to like navigate really difficult situations or situations where you could get really harmed. Or it's like um you know that if something like that were to happen again, or if you were to get hurt or something unexpected were to ever like pop off again while you're on your journey of getting to where you're trying to go, then it's like you know spirit is going to come in and like lift you out of this or help carry you out of this and further you towards um your goals here and like help keep your balance. Or yeah, it's like if you get like lonely or emotional or anything gets like difficult, you can like call on spirit or lean on spirit to help carry you out of it or carry you forward in some way. And then with all of this stuff here, I'm getting it's like you used to be really held down or held back or feel like you were stuck and you couldn't like move forward. But now it's like you have this very specific goal that you're trying to move towards. And so you're realizing, like, I'm going to have to just trust in spirit to carry me through this and be willing to put myself out there, be vulnerable, do whatever it takes, even though I'm risking like hurting myself. It's like you're releasing this idea that you're stuck or you're held back or it's like unsafe to pursue forward towards the direction that you're being led in. Or it's like knowing that you do have what it takes or everything that you're going to need to get you through or to get you by. Or like, yeah, spirit's going to help carry you here. So then you're willing to kind of put your guard down and like I was saying, be vulnerable in a sense and like be willing to put yourself out there in order to like help others in some way. So like with the scarecrow, it's like they put the scarecrows out so that the crows will come and like pick apart the scarecrow and not like the corn or like the crops or whatever, right? So it's like there's like a goal or an intention with it's like exposing the parts of yourself that you know can take it, or it's like you have learned to um, kind of separate things out. So there's like one part of yourself that's a little bit more resilient that you kind of like put out there or make vulnerable to others in order to protect the more valuable parts of yourself. It's like you realize like you don't have to expose everything or like put everything out there. Um, and then in doing this and figuring out like how to tactfully use your strengths in order to still be vulnerable in the ways that you need to while simultaneously protecting your interests or like the most sacred or important parts of yourself, then you're able to like go into the situations that you need to go in and like shield yourself in the ways that you need to in order to help others release the things that they need to release in order to grow in the directions that they need to grow in. I'm hearing it's kind of like a passion project, like you're just going to be called or like it's just going to be like put on your heart. That you're going to want to like help these people around you is where you can just kind of like clearly see um like how they need help or the things that they need to release. It's like you could have like already been there, already learned that, and so then now it's like you can use the wisdom that you've learned over time on your journey to like help other people see exactly what it is they need to release in um within their own self in order to be able to grow in the ways that they want to grow. So then once this gets put on your heart, it's like helping you to realize that it's like in order to do this, you do have to open yourself up and be vulnerable in certain ways. And so you're going to realize like you can just put certain things up in the forefront to be the more vulnerable parts or the parts that you're exposing to others to where it's like it doesn't matter as much if they come at that or if they judge that a certain way or like the way they see that because there's like this end goal that there's like yeah you're doing it in order to serve a purpose of protecting like the more sacred special vulnerable um, pieces that you don't want to share with others or that you don't want others to be able to take and use against you or hurt you in some way. And so it's like they almost don't even need to know. It's like you don't even care about what they think about what you are willing to put out there for people to see because um, those are the people that you're like not worried about or that you're trying to protect like the more sacred parts of yourself from. And so um, yeah, with those parts of yourself protected, you feel safe to be able to move forward and put yourself out there in other ways. And then, yeah, again, it's like you don't even care what people think about that because that's not even like your end goal or like what you're really working towards. So it doesn't really matter what people think about it or like if people pick it apart because it's just like furthering a purpose. And so it's like even if they don't even understand the purpose or they don't get it or they think it's stupid, um, it's like helping you to keep yourself safe or keep those like deeper, more intimate parts of yourself safe and secure and protected in the long run. So it's like you don't care what anyone else thinks. Um, and then we have the Nine of Cups and the Empress in reverse that just like kind of popped out in a really weird way. And I just kind of felt like we should take them. So, what I'm getting from this, yeah, also with this Nine of Pentacles, it like came out and then it went in the reverse, and then it like spun all the way around and almost went in the reverse again, but then it didn't. So you could have went through like this huge period of like feeling like you couldn't do this or feeling like you couldn't move forward or being like, do I have what it takes or like should I put myself out there or like and then it's like you finally realize like you don't have to be stuck in some way or you finally realize there's like certain ways that you can go about it in order to protect yourself or protect your interests or um, to help carry you forward towards your goal in some way. But with with the Nine of Cups and the Empress, just like the way that it flipped out here, I'm feeling as though this Empress could be representing like whoever this person was that betrayed you, because we literally have like a snake coming out of her dress at the bottom. So like this um, wolf in sheep's clothing, or this snake in bunny's clothing. Um, yeah, it could have been like one specific person here who um, maybe they were really jealous of you, or they were jealous of it's like they were jealous of your resiliency, or your ability to like come back stronger from things, or like your ability to like figure out how to manifest and nurture the things that you want. And so it's like the things that you really want or really desire could kind of come towards you really easily, whereas this person feels like they have to work really hard in order to get the things that they want, and they see you in this kind of like more ease, or it's like yeah, the things that you really desire, the things that you think would make you really happy just kind of like flow to you, or they just see that like um you have this really resilient energy, or you just kind of like always come back stronger, or even if you go through something hard, it's like you're always able to just like overcome and get what you really want here, manifest your desires in some way. So they could just be, yeah, jealous of this because they're not in their power personally. And so they have to work really hard in order to have the things that they want, or in order to call in the things that they want. They have to work really hard for their like emotional stability or their self-confidence in some way, or to get other people to like pay attention to them or notice them. So there's just a lot of like jealousy here, and so they wanted to kind of like mess up your ability to continue to like thrive, or like move forward and grow at the rate that they felt like you were. um So it's like they wanted to come in here and kind of like, yeah, disrupt the way others viewed you and your environment, or just create a lot of chaos around you, so that people would like see you in a negative light, and you couldn't like come out of something like stronger. Because yeah, it's like they have to work like really hard here in order to like get the things that they want, or to get noticed, and then they just see like you just like naturally drawing so much attention for yourself, or you're really well liked by others, or yeah, you naturally have like so much influence, or people just naturally look up to you, or are really attracted to you. um you come across as someone who's just like really emotionally fulfilled, or like you have everything that you want, or everything that you could ever desire, like you always get what you want, or even if you don't, you always come back stronger. So yeah, that's just like their perception of you. So they were just like really jealous of you because this individual's not in their personal power at this time. And so they felt like they had to like mess up the way that other people saw you, or your ability to like come out of something on top. um yeah, because again, they're really jealous of like how hard they have to work in order to get other people to like them, or notice them, or be drawn to them in the same way. And so instead of like working on themselves, or working on that within themselves, they're like just wanted to like put a stain on your reputation, or just like permanently impact the way that people saw you in your environment or something. They just created like a lot of chaos and drama around you, and tried to like bring it all down on you. But then spirit was able to kind of like guide you and show you how where to move, or how to protect yourself, or how to move forward out of this like just in time, so that this didn't really like affect you or come down on you the way that they thought it would. But you did kind of go into this place of like distrust, and like preserving um yourself or the more special, like deeper parts of yourself. It's like, yeah, you didn't really like trust others to like let them in here, but now you're realizing it's like you can fashion things in such a way that like you're only putting out there the parts of yourself that you don't care that if other people mess with or come at or like pick apart in some way, because then you know that you're protecting the parts of yourself that are like more special to you or intimate or more important to you in some way. Um, so it's like you're like winning no matter what anyone else sees or thinks about you or has to say about you. It's like they don't know the whole you, or they don't, there's, yeah, there's like always something special that you get to hang on to, um, that you'll get to like harvest later, that they don't get to be like in on, or that they um, don't get to like be a part of or sharing or like take part in, um, come harvest time or something. Oof. So we have the doing bad things card, bad habits, bugaboo. So totally, I feel like there was someone who really did just have like a bugaboo for you. They're not in their power, so like everything that you did or any you winning or like any sort of success in their life just like bothers them or like bugs them. um it's like they can't be happy for you even over like the slightest thing. They always have to find some sort of issue or some sort of problem. And at first you could have just like, it could have came across really sweet and considerate, and like um you were like, yeah, taking this person's advice, or like just not really seeing like this is just kind of like their nature, like they're just kind of like a drama person, so like they're never really happy or satisfied, or like they're always like miserable when other people are winning, or um they're just like really not in their power. So then whenever other people win or other people are blessed or other people are successful, or um it just like bothers them or bugs them, like they don't like to see other people win or other people to be like happy for some reason. But they could be the ones like participating in these like lower level activities that keep them kind of like held down or on a lower level vibration. Like they're the only ones like holding them back. It's like they're not really in competition with anyone else, even though they see everyone else's successes as like, it like directly bothers them like on a personal level for some reason. It's like they're not actually in competition with those people. The only person they're in competition with is themselves, and they're the ones that are continuing to choose to self-sabotage. So it's like you realize like this is not your problem, um to take on, or like, yeah, like there's a reason why spirit like had your back and helped carry you out of this, and spirit will continue to do this for you as long as you have like pure intentions, because stuff like this is like literally not your problem to deal with, right? Love story, once upon a time. So yeah, they could be jealous of you too, as far as like the relationships that you've been in, or just like the something about your past, like someone that you've dated, or the relationship dynamics that you've had in the past. Maybe you've been in like more serious relationships than them, or you just have like an interesting story when it comes to love or your past in some way, and so it makes them really jealous, or they see you as someone who like always gets what you want. um, Even if you don't get what you want, it's like you still get to come out on top at the end. um, they just see you in this really positive light. They're really jealous of like something that you had in your past, or like the way that your life like looked in the past. Yeah, it could have been someone that you dated, or like the way that your relationship looked in the past or something from the outside. It's like they just see you as someone who like always gets what they want, or like always gets what they want, or they're just like really, really jealous of you and what they've seen in your life in the past in regards to your relationships. For some reason they feel like they have to work like really, really hard for people to pay attention to them in the same way, or like they don't have like the same type of experience as you do in love, and they have to work like a lot harder at it than you do, or something like that. Oh, and we have trash. And defending yourself, stand your battle. Um, Underneath that. So I'm just getting it's like this person made you feel really insecure in the past. Or like, yeah, whatever they did here, however they created all of this drama around you, or however they instigated this situation in your life here. Um, yeah, it made you feel like really insecure. It could have made you feel like you needed to like give up or throw certain parts of yourself out or throw certain people in your life out or something. But it's like now you're waking up and realizing it's like this person is just projecting a lot of their weird energy off on you because they're very jealous of you or something. And so it's like you don't need to throw yourself away or throw something in your life or some relationship in your life or some dynamic in your life in the past that this person's really jealous of and is trying to make you feel really insecure about. It's like you don't need to throw that away or throw that part of yourself away or yeah, there's something here where like in the past they gave you this very insecure perspective where you wanted to kind of like give up on something or just throw something out or just like end it all in some way. But that you're realizing this was coming from a place of like them being really jealous of you. And so you don't need to like sabotage yourself and just like hide yourself away from others. It's like you actually have a lot to offer. Like other people are actually really drawn towards you and attracted to you. So this person just wanted you to like throw certain parts of yourself away or be insecure about certain parts of yourself in order to not feel like you were some kind of like threat to them in their life, which is just really sad. They're just like really out of their power for some reason. And so they're just projecting like a lot of negativity off on you at this time. They kind of feel as though like keeping you from being able to like constantly come back stronger and like continue to be successful, like yeah, they feel like spending their energy, like giving their time and energy and attention to like keeping you down or like put down or held down or like insecure, like that makes them feel more secure or like more elevated or like better in some way rather than just like spending that time like putting into themselves, giving back to themselves, working on themselves and working on how to like get back in their power so that they can call the things that they want in their life or overcome situations in their life just the same, right? Or just as easily. This is pretty kind of sad and interesting because it's like I just feel bad for the other person, but it's like spirit's definitely going to like put it on your heart um, to continue to like put yourself out there and like spirit's going to put it on your heart like you have a lot of like wisdom and passion to be able to like really give to others and help others, and so it's you still need to like put yourself out there or still be vulnerable or still like pursue some sort of like noble effort that you had to try to like help others and like help them grow. Is like you don't have these like um selfish intentions that this other person's trying to like project onto or make you feel. It's like you know that by being vulnerable and putting yourself out there, you're able to kind of like help others um, release things they need to release so that they can grow in the ways they need to grow. And so it's like spirit's really going to put it on your heart to continue to like put yourself out there and try to like help others through like your life experience or like help others through like opening yourself up and allowing them to like relate to you on an emotional level and knowing like spirit's going to carry you through and help you like navigate any sort of chaos or emotional confusion or just any sort of anything that will come up as a result of it, right? Good news, positivity. Your prayers have been heard. Good news is on the way. The universe wants you to have expectancy of positive outcomes in your life. You have the power to manifest what you desire of your highest good by co creating with Source. Now it's time to celebrate. Yeah, so spirit is on your side here. So you're going to realize like you have everything that you need or everything that it takes here. Balance needed relationships. Make sure all of your relationships are equal and balanced with giving and receiving. If they are out of rhythm, then the other is sacrificing and can't sustain itself. Therefore, it will create more obstacles to overcome. Know you are worthy and deserve respect in all ways. I'm going to get one more oracle for y'all just to leave it on a little bit more positive note, or to further with leaving it on a positive note. Relief. Excellent, excellent card. Ooh, and courage and truth. Yes, so I'm going to read all of these for you. Relief. The end of suffering or hard times. A much needed relief or break in the energy. Miracles, rescue, and reprieve. Meditate on this symbol when all seems too much. Feel it blast out the negatives as you call in strength to your heart. And then we'll read truth. A great truth will come to light. A secret will be revealed. Your feelings regarding the situation you are asking about are true. Stand by your personal truth no matter what, and you will be rewarded. This is a time to let your authentic self shine. You have much to express. Your voice is needed. Meditate on this when you want more authenticity in your life or want clarity regarding a person or situation. And we also have courage. You are being invited to summon your courage and take the next right action. Drawing this card can be nudging you to let go of any fears you are having and boldly move ahead. This is your moment to seize the day, live your dreams, and step forward with confidence. You can meditate on this symbol and mantra whenever you need a boost of encouragement. So yeah, with the you may have just felt very insecure, held down, and so you didn't really want to put yourself out there in some way, but now it's like you're being given this um, burst of clarity here regarding exactly how you need to put yourself out there in such a way that you're not as vulnerable in the same ways that you were, but you're still vulnerable enough to be able to connect with others on an emotional level and help them to release the things that they need to release in order to help like serve them best in their life as well. So yeah, spirit's just like putting a lot of stuff on your heart here, and then also helping, giving you the tools to be able to do what it takes to like be successful while also protecting yourself in the ways that you need to, now that you've kind of like learned a lot of lessons here about other people's intentions. So that's all I have for our cancers for the next 3 months. If you watch this far into the reading, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day.